Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. It's my previous subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video in particular, we're going to be talking about and discussing my second challenge that I have received, the key dates and highlights for the astrology. I don't really know much about astrology, as you guys all know. I know really nothing really, but I talk about it very briefly, but I don't really know too much. But what I do know is that when I take the information from the astrology and apply my intuition to it, it seemed to be rhyming very much with it. The problem with it that I noticed is that the timing of astrology and my intuition has been wildly off by a couple of months to a month. I think particularly 4 weeks. I have noticed it seems to be the average, at least for this specific one. But it has yet come true anyway. Like I always said, it's very hard for us to really determine the time frame of anything because things are always moving. And think about it this way. For example, North Korea, the year is probably 122 years old right now, or even the year 24. The thing is, here in the U.S., it's 2024. So each country is very different, and our calendar system is very different. So it's very hard for us to pinpoint something exactly. So if you are new and you are trying to, build up your stamina, build up your intuition, it's okay not to know. It's okay not to have to pinpoint. As long as you got the energy right, as long as you understood what you were interpreting, that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter about the timeline. It doesn't matter about any of those things. Because time is just man-made. You cannot predict something because it's just been man-made. It just doesn't exist. But what does exist is energy, and energy never lies. And I don't want you to ever feel like if you are someone who's trying to become more psychic, more in tune, and stuff like that, I don't want you to ever feel as if you're not good. You're not good enough. You are good enough. You can do it. You'll be able to get the energy. But the timing is off, and that's okay. And the whole thing is, the main thing is, it's just the energy that really matters, not the timeline. You get it? Great. Yay. Good. But things are not always sunshine and rainbows. Always. But this video is being recorded on Friday, June 20th at 12:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of when I'm recording this specific video. If you want to help out the channel, grow, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hit the bell icon, engaging with the content, watching the video with other people, and share the video with other content. Share this video to others. Really help boost out the algorithm tremendously. If you want to be notified when a new post and upload, you can follow my Blue Sky account or my Facebook group, which is in the description below. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's begin. As you guys all may have remembered, I tried to do for the first time ever, I took the astrology key days and sent them to you. I don't like why the colors are changing. Perfect. I sent you key dates in astrology, what to look for, like Neptune and stuff like that. Well, I also applied my intuition into it, my psychic abilities, things that I was getting. Let's talk about them in today's video. If you want to go ahead and watch that community page, I'll put the link in that description below if you want to go ahead and visit it. And also, it's in the community page of this YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm going to read it to you. So, this one I can see here, it says here I posted it 3 months ago. I added some psychic challenge to this, so enjoy. Recorded on March 9th, 2025 at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Key dates to look out for. I'll put the link to this in the description below if you want to read them on your own time. Or give me your own interpretation. Okay, you ready? So between March 13th to March 14th, 2025, total solar lunar eclipse occurs alongside a blood moon. I did a blood moon video on how it affects the US and the world going forward. March 29th of 2025 will mark a partial solar eclipse. It will be a new day in Canada, which may mean something life-changing for Canadians, which has happened around this point in time. It's March 29th, 2025. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe things did happen on time. Maybe I just wasn't aware of it. You guys let me know. You correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, let's keep moving forward. March 30th, 2025 will mark the first time Neptune enters Aries. Last time this happened was April 11th, 1861, one day before the American Civil War began. When Neptune enters Aries, it's said to signal a time of action and purpose. Historically, Neptune in Aries has been linked to revolutionary causes and religious wars. Without certainty, Neptune in Aries in 2025 will lead to a new cultural landscape and a call to action. Expect big action coming from the Vatican and the White House around this time. Democrats and or Republicans may feel compelled to take an action. Countries that are neutral will be no more. Each will be forced to take a side. The Pope may die around this time, or a new vote for a Pope may start around this time period. A new agenda will be laid out for the world by a world leader. Okay, we're going to break this down. So March 30th, 2025 will mark the first time Neptune enters Aries, right? We talked about Neptune and Aries being linked to revolutionary causes and religious wars, right? We already had the religious war. It's Israel versus Palestine and Iran now, right? The cultural landscape and a call to action. Expect a big action coming from the Vatican and the White House. During this time period, right after March 30th, 2025, was when we start to see more information about the Vatican and the Pope being sick and ended up passing away, I think, 30 days from that date. He passed away 30 days later, and a vote for a new Pope began 14 days after that, which took place in May, I believe, if I recall correctly. I don't remember. Time has been moving too fast for me. Democrats and or Republicans may feel compelled to take an action. Countries that are neutral will be no more. Each will be forced to take a side. This could be related to tariff. This could be related to war. It could be a whole bunch of that stuff. We cannot determine 100% definitively what this means just yet. So I'm going to say at the moment, did not happen, or has not occurred yet, or we're unable to identify what this really means yet. So therefore, I'm going to put it as unidentifiable. We have here the Vatican and White House big news coming out. We have big news for both of those. We say that has come true. Time was off, but it has happened. We have here countries that are neutral will be no more. Each will be forced to take a side. That has happened in some degree. We have countries that were neutral, like Switzerland, who ended up no longer being neutral and had to take a side. So they have done that. But in relation to this, it seems more like it's indicating the war or tariffs. So we're waiting to see how that plays out. The Pope may die around this time. That did happen, but it happened 30 days later. And a new Pope for a new vote for a new Pope has started. So that has happened. The thing that has not happened yet, at least not that I was aware of, a new agenda will be laid out for the world by a world leader. Somebody trying to impart the new world order. Has not happened yet. So we're waiting to see how that happens. March 1st to April 12th, 2025 will mark when Venus enters retrograde and goes from being in Aries back into Pisces. This time period under Venus retrograde is when you can see toxic outcomes of people fighting and making up. Well, we saw this with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, right? This happened months later. Happened about what? A little bit more than 30, probably say about 5-6 weeks after this specific date. It says here, this time period under Venus retrograde is when you can see toxic outcomes of people fighting and making up. We saw this with Trump and Zelensky, hours of the interview taking place in Venus retrograde. A reimbursement of an exile or topic or person coming back from the past. This could relate to issues one talked about from the past. I'm seeing like Putin and the Mueller report. So also, it relates to Donald Trump. It feels like past from Donald Trump. In this aspect, it could be also related to Jeffrey Epstein because, well, Elon Musk has mentioned it in one of his fights with Donald Trump. So this could be something that could be repurposing back to the forefront. I'm seeing people like Putin and the Mueller report. Any sort of connections would be temporary, of course. Spending can be massive this month. I was wrong about that time period because the spending bill was postponed. Instead, the big beautiful bill, which is now currently undergoing Congress, is still being debated, but had a big hefty $1 trillion package added to it, which means it will add trillion to the national debt. We're waiting to see how that plays out. However, it says here this bill may be larger than ever or larger than normal. The big beautiful bill, it seems to be about that. Okay, this seems to be on par, but it has not come into effect yet, so therefore, and right now it's undetermined. We have here, this is normally not a good idea financially long term. This time period could provide a clear glimpse on how weak the economy truly is. It may even crash. Remember, this time period was from between March 1st to April 12th, 2025. That was the only thing that came true during that time frame, which was the economy crashing on par during that time period. When it had crashed, the stock market crashed, then obviously went back up, but it crashed. All right. Lastly, old insecurities may arise during this time. Expect problems related to America's hidden past to reemerge and cause new issues. There's a lot of that in the United States. I really don't know how to pinpoint this, so I'm going to put this as undeterminative. Okay, March 14 to April 16, 2025 will mark when Mercury enters retrograde and goes from being in Aries back into Pisces. When we enter this time period, misinformation will be rampant during this time. AI may be a contributing factor to this. This also includes any possibility of any election taking place around this time. Slowness, and a lack of communication around health and disease is to be expected. I'm getting hints around animal health related to foodborne illnesses. Technology may go down in some parts of the country due to accidents occurring. Expect more crashes to occur during this time, whether it's physical or metaphysical. Traveling during this time period is not advised. The White House may see Trump give his first press address to the nation regarding accidents, but may receive false information regarding them because the people who are around him are afraid to be honest and upfront with him. That has not happened. Waiting to see if that even happened yet. Elon may be centered here in some way. If any scientific travel takes place here, expect something horrific to go wrong. If you have not heard anything on the news very recently, Elon Musk's science experimenting, SpaceX or whatnot, went terribly wrong and actually has crashed. I think a couple of rockets have crashed back into the ground. The question is, this is way off. This is June 16th. It is 2 months late. But damage has been very much persistent. Let's start going through the rest of this. We have here, when we enter, misinformation will be rampant during this time. That's not a psychic prediction in any way. That is reality. So no. AI may be a contributing factor to this. Yeah, same thing, like I said. This also includes any possibility, any election taking place around this time. Whether misinformation around election, yeah, pretty much, yeah. We have here slowness and a lack of communication around health and disease to be expected. Pretty on par. I mean, we had some disease outbreaks like E. coli and all those things. Did we ever hear about it? No. Okay. We have here, I'm getting hints about animal health related to foodborne illnesses. Again, same thing. We have not really been told about it, but yet there's been indication that there has been. Technology may go down in some parts of the country due to accidents occurring. That has not happened, at least not that I was aware of. Again, please correct me. We have here, expect more crashes to occur during this time, whether it's physical or metaphysical. I didn't see any crashes, at least not that I'm aware of. If you can, let me know in the comment section below. Please do. We do have here as well, the White House may see Trump give his first press address to the nation regarding accidents. We may receive false information regarding them because people who are around him are afraid to tell him up front. We have yet to see that as well. So, that was the end of that. I just wanted to kind of show you that, it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to fail sometimes. It's okay. It's okay not to get things on time. But if you guys want to let me know what you guys think and did it come true? Did these things actually happen on time? Maybe they did. Maybe I don't know. But the thing is that it's okay to show the reality of everything. It's okay to show that, not that I'm a failure, but it just shows that, when you try something, you're not really going to get it right on the first time. This is the first time I ever done astrology and my own psychic intuition all in one. But, I think I did pretty good for somebody who did it on the first try. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of today's video. I just wanted to kind of show you, and we just talk and discuss and said things about the things I said before, and I just really want to know what your guys' standpoints are. Where do you guys stand on this? Anyway, guys, this is a very short video. That's all I really wanted to do, is just talk about that, and just kind of show you behind the scenes, show you the reality of everything. You're not always going to get it right, and that's okay. That's the beauty of it, but you just keep going. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.